Hello, folks watching this video. This is my name's Tom Harmon. I'm the executive director for Citygate Productions, and I'm joined by fellow Citygate production board member Tim Reifschneider and our new friend Annie Kefalas, who is a board member for the Between Us Theater Company. Annie, it's great to chat with you and get to know you guys a little bit better. We decided to chat a little bit because we're both doing productions at the Secret Theater in Woodside, Queens. The Between Us group goes up this Thursday and runs for 2 weeks, and then the Citygate show goes up right after them. So, Annie, nice to make your acquaintance. Maybe start by telling us a little bit about the Between Us Theater Company.
Awesome. Hi, thank you. It's nice to meet you guys. So we are a non-profit theater, and our focus is stories that are not told as much, primarily minorities. And we aim to bring diverse and kind of off the beaten path stories that involve inclusivity and involve maybe a little bit of learning about someone else's culture or someone else's perspective into play. And our first production is this production, which is the Amish Project.
You guys had done some things before as Between Us Theater Company, though, in the city, though, right?
We have. We did a production called Egg, EGG, like an egg you would eat. That was written by President Emil Lucchini, and he had it in the New York Theater Festival. I was actually in it. Emil was in it, and then our director, who's also on the board, Moshi. And that was a very cool story about like post-apocalyptic, what is the future of humanity and what will save the future of humanity, which is a lot less daunting than it sounds. It was a great show.
And the Amish Project is your first project in Queens.
It is. It's our first time at Secret Theater. I really like the space. It's been great. It's been awesome.
And so what led you to the Amish Project?
I had seen the Amish Project when I was a freshman in college. Oh God, long time ago. And for my senior thesis in college, I did this show. It's one woman playing 7 characters. And I really liked the challenge. And I'm very stubborn. So I really wanted to try and do it when I was younger. And then it was very successful. I had a lot of fun with it. And I put it in my back pocket and that was a great experience. I then moved on to, since then, get my master's in London, and then work in Chicago, work in Milwaukee, Savannah, Georgia, London, and now New York. And then I joined Between Us, and this project popped into my head as something unique. Excuse me. And a story that is not told. It is based on a true story of the 2006 Nickel Mines Amish schoolhouse shooting, which was the the aftermath was the collaboration of the Amish community facing tragedy and the modern community reacting to how the Amish reacted to it. Very interesting concept that I'm probably not wording correctly, but I pitched it.
It's interesting. I'm originally from Philadelphia, and actually I worked at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia in 2006, and when several of the Amish kids were helicoptered to that hospital.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, I briefly remember this story, but Jessica Dickey did this amazing thing where she wrote it from the perspective of 7 people, which is really, it creates more conversation around this idea of moving forward from tragedy and if people move forward from tragedy. And I'm really smitten by that concept. And yeah, Between Us has been really great. And they said, cool. And Dominica is my director, and she's also on the board. And I wanted a female director, and it's been great. And that's kind of the birth to the birth and the resurrection, I guess, of the show, since I have done it before, even though it feels like a drastically different performance this time. I'm a little bit better of an actor than I was in college, God willing. So it's been great.
Well, this sounds exactly up Citygate's alley, in that our mission is to also bring great, exceptional theatrical experiences, great storytelling that challenge the mind, inspire the heart, and reflect the diversity of the most diverse place in the world, Queens. We are Queens based, Queens focused. So
Oh, how
welcome,
cool.
so welcome to Queens.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And again, this will be our second time at the Secret Theater space, where we did Rabbit Hole last season, this time last year. And Tim, you've chosen a piece that probably couldn't be further from the Amish Project, unless it was a musical. But
That's
as Monty Python would say, now for something completely different.
yeah, absolutely right. Steve Martin wrote this play back in the 90s.
This is Picasso at
Picasso
the Lapin
at the
Agile.
Lapin Agile, and it is the fictional story of Albert Einstein and Pablo Picasso bumping into each other in a Parisian cafe in 1904, just before the two of them became famous. So it is very, very different. It is absurdist, of course. There's a little music in it. There is some time travel in it, and it's an absolute blast, and a complete diversion for an hour and 20 minutes. Not a lot of depth to it. You just gotta, like a roller coaster, hold on and go for the ride.
That sounds wonderful.
It's also been very, very enjoyable coming back to the Secret Theater. There's so much potential in the place. It really is just, a simple black box with an audience in it, so you can imagine whatever you want as far as the space is concerned.
I think that maybe we'll just leave it there. That we're excited that a space like the Secret Theater can house a one-woman drama and a nine-person absurdist comedy back to back.
Yeah, what a range there.
and that two scrappy young theater companies, Citygate and Between Us, can hold hands and tell people, come see both shows. They should be great.
Definitely. Definitely.
Awesome. Well, Annie, it was great to meet you, and we're very excited to see your show and break all the legs.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to
See you
meet you
soon.
both non-digitally, and yeah, see your show.